name is Jenny, and I'm a wife and mom raising 2 kids. But I used to live a more glamorous life as a TV reporter. I was on the nightly news interviewing pop stars and politicians. So when I said goodbye to TV and hello to motherhood, I suddenly discovered what we moms are up against. We live in a world that tells us to be rich and famous, thin and successful. You know, almost nobody says, "Oh, hey, you're a mom? That's fabulous." But you are fabulous, and I'm here to tell you why.
It's the Channelmom Show, celebrating you with Jenny Dean Schmidt.
Attention, moms. You know, we're also concerned about how we look on the outside, but what about our insides? Now you can age-proof your body with Protandim. Just reach for what's been called the best anti-aging product out there, as seen on the Today Show. Sign up now as a preferred customer, and after receiving your 3rd bottle, get a $50 Visa gift card. Just click on the ad to the right of this video to get started. Yay! Welcome back to the Channelmom Show, where we are celebrating you, Mom. We're not going to waste much time because we want to get right to our guest. All right, she is Shayna Goodman, a mother of 4, and the wife of Broncos starting corner Andre Goodman. You know what? I really do want. I told you that I want to have you on the show to honor you, because your husband is obviously a fabulous athlete, and they're doing so well this year, and I'm so happy about it because I happen to live in Denver. But congratulations to you for what you do. I believe your kids' names are Fabian, Andre the second, Kennedy, and now little Mason. Is that correct?
You're right.
And Mason, of course, born less than a month ago. What's it like with the 5 of you there at home and Dad off playing in one of the biggest games of his life?
Well, it's hard. We also have a 16-year-old too.
Okay.
So you let me throw that in there. So it's very hard. I kind of compare it to being in the military, but with better pay.
Yes.
You just never know where you're going to be. You don't know where your kids are going to end up. You don't know when you're going to have to pull them out of school. It's just very hard. But he's been playing for going on 10 years now, so I'm kind of used to it. But you know, in the same token, I mean, I want to be stable, but I mean, he has a job to do, and it's a great job, and it provides a great lifestyle for us. So there's no complaints. It's a mixed blessing. That's what I tell people.
Tell us about you, who you are. I know you have a cool little story about how you met Andre, but did you have a career before you guys came together?
Oh my God, I am so boring. But anyway, I worked at a bank, and I happened to my car had put me down, so I went to a car dealership one day. And I was walking in the door, Andre was walking out of the door, and that's how we met.
Okay.
At a car dealership.
Okay, so he was walking out, you were walking in. Just tell me about that moment. Was he the one that said, "Hey, hello," or did you?
Actually, I was sitting down talking to the salesman, and he came back and interrupted me and the salesman, and basically just small talk, asked me for my name and number, and I kind of was a little gross at first, just wasn't interested, but
well, I guess.
No, but then, kind of obviously I changed my mind, and we went on a couple of dates, and here we are married.
Yeah, the rest is history. Tell us about your life. I mean, because I know that a lot of moms have daily struggles, and I think they often will look at somebody else and say, "Well, she's got it better than me." What is your daily life as a mom? I mean,
you know what? That is so not true, because let me tell you something. If you were ever to meet me, you would never know that my husband even plays in the NFL. One, I don't have a nanny. I do everything by myself. I get up in the mornings. I get my children ready. I take them to school. We do homework. We read. Everything quote-unquote regular mom does, I have done with no help whatsoever. I mean, besides the help of my family, every now and then I do everything by myself, and I'm not Gucci down. I'm not jewel down. I wear cute zirconia jewelry. I mean, I could just care less. I mean, I really can. I'm just focused on my children right now and my husband and him staying healthy and playing as long as he can to provide a good lifestyle for me and my children. But as far as all the material stuff, I could care less.
Well, I bet a lot of moms are applauding you right now because really what it comes down to is your kids and your family and your husband, right, and love. I mean, that's all we can take with us when we go. So right, that's what matters. And do you and Andre talk about this? I mean, is your family just really central and your kids really central? Do you have a real passion to raise your kids well?
Yes, we do. And actually, I mean, the NFL, is a joke in the NFL. The NFL stands for not for long. So we take all our money and just basically focus it into raising our children and their education.
Now, and what's Andre's involvement? I know right now he cannot be involved, and you told me that's a little hard on you because you'd like him to be here. They're making decisions with you.
Right.
How does he have input daily on the kids' lives? Does he talk to them every day?
I mean, he calls every day. The teachers, when they email me, they email him, as well. So, I mean, he's involved. Although he's physically not here, just sometimes his voice alone is just enough if they are falling off the bandwagon for them to get back on the bandwagon. Because, quite naturally, I have to talk to them all day, every day for them to take garbage out and do the daily chores. But just by Dad's voice, they know, okay, let me get back on the bandwagon because, this is what Dad expects of me. And Andre is very strict. I'm the lenient one, but he is very strict. So
yeah.
They know.
Yeah. And what is it about that dad's voice? I mean, if my husband is not at home or something, or he's at work, I will call him and say, could you please talk to your child? What is it about the dad's voice? I don't know but I feel sorry for moms who don't have, they're single moms and trying to do it without the dad's voice.
Oh, my God, yeah, it's hard because especially on the away or road games when he's away, it can be a little challenging because they do get hard-headed because they know Dad's gone for 2 or 3 days. So it can be a little challenging, but, hey, like I said, you take the good with the bad, and I've been doing it for 10 years now. So
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
Yeah.
Do they? How do they feel about a game like today? Do they get all fired up, or is it just like Dad's work?
You know what? They actually don't. I think their classmates are more excited than they are because it's like it's just Dad. It's just work. 'Cause that's all they know. So it's really no big deal to them. Mm-hmm. It's kind of weird.
No,
it really is.
Well, but you know what it is? One of my big things on this show is that maybe we honor celebrities a little bit too much in this country, and we all have the same meaning and value to God, frankly. And so maybe it's good that you haven't let your kids worship the NFL, that they just kind of think, it's great that Dad does a good job, but we don't worship him. I mean, maybe
it's kind of weird because my son came home one day from school, and he said, Mom, can I ask you something? And I was like, sure. And he was like, are we rich? And I was like, no, who told you that? My kids don't even know what rich is. And he said, well, the kids at school told me because Dad plays football that we're rich. My kids are clueless, and that's exactly how I like it. So I just quite naturally pretended like I didn't know what the heck he was talking about. And I was like, no, you're broke, which he is broke. But
I love you the more I talk to you, Shayna. I do. You could teach a whole class. So for moms listening, when you're doing all this stuff, when you're running your kids around, when you're waking up with Mason, what's important to you to instill in your kids' lives?
I guess normalcy, because a lot of children at this age, and I know some kids that their dad plays in the NFL, to me, they're not normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're into clothes and shoes at the age of 10. And my kids don't know what a Range Rover is, or to me, they're just concerned about the wrong things instead of letting their children be children. So we quite naturally let our kids be kids. We don't talk about, actually when my husband comes home, we don't even talk about football. Quite naturally, we're talking about it now because we're in the playoffs, but he leaves his job at home, and it's just all about family and schoolwork and where we want to be in 10 years from now, because 90% of the NFL players go broke within 5 years after they retire, and we definitely do not want to be part of that 90%. So
no.
It's just all about focus and living right and doing right by our children, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Shayna, I'm just so proud of you as a mom. You are a good representative for us mothers out there, so just God bless you, and I wish you and your family well as you continue to raise your babies. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much, Jenny.